It has been a wild 24 hours right here on the internet. TikTok was banned in the United States, and just like 12 hours later, it is back online for people to enjoy, and it has sent people crying. It has sent people to the ground screaming and hollering, literally praying to God and praying to Lord Donald Trump to bring back this precious application. And yeah, it is back within a 24-hour period, and it seems like everybody kind of lost their minds for no reason, but we're going to go through those reactions today. But before we do that, hey, hi, hello, my name is Dan Frampton, and this is the Art of Slop. We make videos quickly on the daily about whatever the hell is happening on the internet. And if that sounds all right to you, hit subscribe today. If you comment within the first 3 hours, I will reply, and that's just a Frampton guarantee. And we're here to talk about this thing over here. This whole TikTok policy that is now being brought back onto the internet. It says, statement from TikTok. In agreement with our service providers, TikTok is in the process of restoring service. We thank President Trump for providing the necessary clarity and assurance from our service providers that they will face no penalties providing TikTok to over 170 million Americans and allowing 7 million small businesses to thrive. It's a strong stand for the First Amendment and against the arbitrary censorship. We will work with President Trump on a long-term solution that keeps TikTok in the United States. Now, I just gotta say, this ban is absolutely crazy. From a freedom of speech perspective, from a citizen perspective, from a small business owner perspective, it is awful. From a brain rot perspective, it is great to get it gone forever, but I think that the good that TikTok actually has in the world outweighs the negative. I don't personally use TikTok. I'm just downloading it on my phone right now. I can't remember the last time that I posted to it. Here we are. TikTok. TikTok.com/application on my phone. We got it going. No big deal. Nothing worth crying over. But I will say, if YouTube just up and went one day, I would probably react in the same way that I'm about to make fun of all these people for reacting about TikTok. And I think the only reason why I'm having this knee-jerk reaction to make fun of all these people crying and praying is because of the quick nature in which it came back onto the internet. So let's see what James Charles had to say about the situation.
I don't know how many hours we have left together or whether or not this app is even going to go dark tonight at midnight, but
I don't know how many hours we have left together, he says. That's a little bit dramatic. I don't know how many hours we have left together or if this app is going to go dark at midnight. Oh.
In case it does, I don't want the last video that I post to be screaming and yelling at the camera during some rant or following some audio trend. So I just wanted to set my phone down and talk to you guys for a couple of minutes if this is the last video that I post.
Okay, just set your phone down. Compose yourself, James Charles. Everything's gonna be okay, buddy. Tell me how you're feeling.
Sorry, I know it's embarrassing to set my phone down and fucking cry about an app getting banned, but
yeah, it's kind of extremely embarrassing to set your phone down and cry on the internet about anything, really, and now about an app being banned, especially when you're kind of like famous or famous adjacent the way that James Charles is or was or whatever the case may be. There are smaller creators and other small businesses that I feel for a lot more than James Charles, who could potentially diversify his millionaire career in another different way. So for him to have this reaction is kind of silly.
I know everyone's kind of coping with this in different ways. A lot of people are making jokes, which I've done as well. Some people are really angry. I've felt all those emotions, but honestly today, I'm just feeling really sad. I really love this app. I really love this fucking platform that I've been able to build in this community that we have together here. And it feels really just dystopian and like unreal that it could be going away in a couple of hours.
That is how I would feel if YouTube was going, but I don't know if this is how I would go about like expressing my emotions for it. Yeah, I probably would make a video about it. Yeah, I would probably blast my feelings out onto the internet about YouTube going down and how dystopian it all feels, or whatever, about my voice being stomped down, about the little guy losing, about the government oppression. That is probably exactly the kind of video that I would be making as well. But I think that I would be a little bit more angry and not like blubbery. I'm not exactly sure what all this blubbering is about.
I don't understand how we've gotten to a point where 9 people that we didn't even elect into office are making a decision for more than half the American population. I've been making content for a really long time online, way before TikTok was ever even a thing, but truly nothing has ever compared to this app. I think it's really hitting me as well because this is really the first platform that I feel like I've been able to be myself on. Throughout the years of making content, I'm so proud of what I've created, but some of my really close friends behind the scenes have always said to me, like, James, I wish you were able to be more yourself in your videos. And I never really understood what they meant. I've always thought I was being myself. Of course, like, the Hi Sisters personality was me, but it was just more amped up on camera. And they'd always be like, no, you just don't get it. Like, you just need to figure out how to be yourself, because when you do, like, that's when you'll be unstoppable. And it didn't really click until this year.
That's so funny. You'll be unstoppable, James. And it didn't click until this year. You'll be unstoppable if you just harness the personality who you are.
And I feel really embarrassed that it took me this long to get to that place. It was really like this year when I started my spam account and just stopped caring about likes and views and engagement and analytics and just started talking and ranting and sharing my thoughts and little jokes and humor, and was able to really showcase my brain and my creativity with Painted and the marketing and the brand.
Well, now that you've accessed that part of your brain, James Charles, now that this application has given you the freedom to access who you actually are, now just be that person who you actually are. You can do that. You can have a spam account on any other platform. Do you want me to start listing off social media platforms? Now, I know how magical the TikTok algorithm is and how much everybody is trying to get their little grubby fingers on it. We have all these billionaires coming out here saying that they're going to buy it. You got like Mr. Beast, Kevin O'Leary, Elon Musk, you know the type. Billionaire people. TikTok doesn't want those grubby fingers on their special little algorithm. You know, maybe there's a little bit of FOMO in me. Maybe it's like, hey man, maybe I missed out on the opportunity to really connect with my kinds of people out there on TikTok. Was it really that magical? Did it really have that kind of power? And yeah, it meant a whole lot to people. So yeah, I know I'm kind of like poking fun at James Charles and laughing at him for crying, but I understand where this emotion is coming from, and I would probably have similar types of emotions if, like, I was in the same position. But don't worry, James Charles, all of these tears were for nothing, because now you have an extension, and President Trump is going to do his best to get a long-term solution. And this is a crazy move for Donald Trump, because now they've absolutely baby-faced this guy to like 100% of the nation, okay? The people that already voted for him, of course, they love Donald Trump. And all the people that didn't vote for him are like lefty liberal TikTok creators and TikTok audience and women and children and that kind of thing. And then to come in and deal with this so immediately is just gonna make everybody go like, oh, Donald Trump really did have the power to do this amazing thing and we love him now. When really he was the guy that kind of like started the whole ball rolling on this sort of thing. He's like, I really want to ban TikTok. But now the guy's changed his mind and he's like, no, TikTok is good. Don't you guys love me? I'm the best president of all time.
You know, and of course, like, everyone's commenting, just saying, like, we're gonna miss you. We're gonna miss you so much.
We're gonna miss you. We're gonna miss you so much. Oh, that is so funny. It's like, they're not dying. You're not dying. I understand that this is like a loss in some kind of way and that there is like a grieving process, but I gotta slap some reality into you. This is not life or death. It really isn't. And we're sitting here today and TikTok is literally back. And I would have sat down and made fun of James Charles reacting this way had TikTok still been just gone forever. This is an insane person's reaction.
I'm not going anywhere. Like, I'm not fucking dying. None of us are. But
okay, you took the words right out of my mouth. Exactly. That's the kind of self-awareness that really should have clicked in before you hit record here. How do you go? Okay, I'm really sad. Record. Set down my phone.
This app really has been such a beautiful community. There really is no platform like this, and I'm just really scared that I'm not going to be able to find you guys wherever we do end up going. This sucks. This fucking sucks. And I really hope that something turns around and this video is going to be so embarrassing in 24 hours if this app is still here. But
there you go. There's the money shot at the very end there, James Charles. It's gonna be so embarrassing if in 24 hours. Why couldn't you have just waited 24 hours and felt what it would have been like for just 24 hours before doing this video? It's crazy. And I don't know, maybe if I was in like damage control mode and I was like, I wonder how I'm gonna find my audience again. What platform am I going to bring them to? I'd be a little bit more strategic with how I would be doing it. I'd be like, okay guys, I am going to be over here on Discord or over here on Patreon or over here on wherever else. Album of the year even, you know? I'd be making sure to tell everybody where I'm at. So if you're in any of these places, these are also the places that I'm at. Now I understand that that doesn't necessarily translate to dollar amounts in your account, which is what this is actually about, I think. This is like, oh no, oh my god, I was getting tens of thousands, if not hundreds of thousands of dollars a month off of this app. What is gonna happen? Where is all this money going? I'm freaking out. That's kind of how it feels to me. Because if it was logical, if there was any sort of rational mindset here whatsoever, they would have given it the 24 hours, right? Before reacting like this, before putting up their posts like this. No, one TikTok is gone message on their phone. Like, no, the world is gone. When literally the state that he is living in is in actual peril. And this is what you're going to be on there crying about. Okay, got it. Cool. Awesome. Priorities. Sweet, sweet, sweet. And before TikTok came back, people were out there praying to Donald Trump. And it looks like the prayers have come true. So we got this TikToker over here. Jackson Luna, I guess is his name. Roll it.
Donald Trump, if you can hear us, please save TikTok, Donald Trump. Donald Trump, please. Please get the Supreme Court justice away from us, people.
Dude, that's amazing. The trembling voice, the crying, the praying with the hands up like this. It is absolutely nuts that this is what 2025 is bringing to us.
Donald Trump, if you can hear me, please. Donald Trump, please save TikTok, Donald Trump. Donald Trump, please. Donald Trump, when you get born into presidency, please save TikTok, Donald Trump. Please overturn it.
Dude, I want this to be ironic so bad. I want this to be like satire or a meme.
Donald Trump, please save TikTok, Donald Trump.
Please be satire. You're friggin' around, right? This guy's friggin' around. This guy's having a go. This guy's taking the piss, right? Okay, yeah, this guy's totally taking the piss. This guy's a jokester. This guy's a little funny man. This guy's got all these people reposting it. This guy's just kind of having a go, having a laugh.
Donald Trump, if you can hear me, please save TikTok, Donald Trump. Please save TikTok. The low taper fade meme is gonna go away.
And even if he's not joking around and having a laugh, either way, it's hilarious. And that's the fine line you gotta ride. And he found a way to be hilarious either way. Yeah, that's a performative cry. I love it. I think that that's very funny. Good job, kid. But these criers over here, these are the real criers. Now you're going to be able to tell the difference between a memester crier like this and a real genuine crier like this.
It's really not fair that, like, they're banning TikTok. And I know it's dramatic as hell that I'm crying, but I just seen the video of the girl that made the renegade dance. And I'm crying because I read a comment that was like the algorithm saying goodbye to us. And I've been noticing that a lot over the past like week. Like all the trends that came in the beginning are coming back. And it just makes me really sad because it genuinely feels like our parents just came in the middle of a school year and said, yeah, forget all your friends, forget all the hard work that you did at this school, forget everything that you did. You're going to have to start from scratch. And it sucks because it's like, it's beyond TikTok dances. It's beyond all of that. Like, we have put Black culture on a stage that everybody can appreciate. Y'all have shown me things about psychology and my family and my friends and myself that I would have never learned in this lifetime. Like, I don't really know, like, and I know it sounds dramatic to say I don't know what I'm going to do without TikTok, but like, bro, I really don't know who I'm going to be without TikTok because a large part of who I have become in the last 6 years And a large part of my growth has come from a lot of the stuff I've learned off of this app.
Yeah, I understand a lot of what she's saying here, a lot of how baked into her life TikTok was and how it was just seemingly yoinked away from her, and all the benefits she got from the app and all that sort of thing. And I really don't want to point and laugh at her. This is like real, genuine emotion. But I just gotta say, why didn't you give it 24 hours? I know the emotions were real, and I know that you even know that it's embarrassing to cry over an app, but why couldn't you have just waited the 24 hours before like showing your full ass on the internet like this? Like, this is how much TikTok means to this person, and there's no way of putting the toothpaste back in the tube.
Has anyone else just been crying on this app all night? Because it feels like we're losing like a community. It feels like we're losing friends. We're losing like a platform where we learned so much.
Man, putting the sad music in behind it is such an artistic choice for a video like this. Come on, man, it really makes it seem contrived. It really does.
About things we didn't know about, opportunities, places to eat, movies to watch, books to read. It's like, it's inspiring seeing people talk about how the fish are gonna move somewhere else afterwards and how the community is not going to go away, but it just feels like losing a family member, and it's a fucking app. I know I might be being dramatic, and I know I'm not somebody that got some crazy following on this app, but TikTok made a fucking difference for me. And this sucks.
And then to hear like the TikTok bloop afterwards. Bro, I feel bad for you, and how bad that you feel that you're losing like a whole community or whatever, and that all these people are just gonna get Thanos snapped into oblivion. And here we are on the very same day of the ban, TikTok is no longer banned. And all of these tiers are just now up here for people to gawk at. And that's fine if that's the choice that you're happy that you've made. But you really would have saved a lot of embarrassment if you just waited 24 hours. You could have tweeted something out, you could have said something, of course, but these videos, especially sitting with the context that we have right now, in retrospect, and even in current day, because it's all happening current day. It's crazy. The wild ride of emotions of going on here. From being angry at the government, to praising Donald Trump, to crying, to praying. It's all very silly. But once the old Trumpster takes office officially tomorrow, and I don't know, the grace period that this thing has, we'll see if TikTok gets to stay in the land of the free. And something tells me everything is gonna be just fine. But where it currently sits right now, I think, from what I can gather, how I'm processing this information, is that Trump wants to get like a 50% ownership between China and America of TikTok. But TikTok really doesn't want to relinquish that algorithm. They want to keep that algorithm very secret to them and to them alone, because once that cat is out of the bag, anyone can use the TikTok algorithm, because there's no way Donald Trump is going to like keep that secret if they get 50% ownership of it. They're just going to put that TikTok algorithm into everything else that they do. So it really could go either way at this point. Who knows? Because if TikTok hypothetically doesn't take this deal with America, then they're losing like the biggest region of their business, are they not? And I'm sure they could still operate around the entire rest of the world, but without like the big American audience, without that big demographic, I don't know if it's exactly as profitable. And then if you don't get to exploit your algorithm to those Americans, is it really worth having to begin with? I don't know, dude. It is a complicated, nuanced situation where I am kind of like pointing, laughing, and gawking in one hand, and then on the other hand being like, well, if it was YouTube and if it was me, I would be pretty angry, I guess, as well, you know. But if you've gotten this far into the video and you don't know about my comic book pit pros yet, let me just introduce it to you here real quick. Here it is. Here are the pages. You can go read it right now. It's chapter 0, link in the description. And that's where the TikTok drama is right now. Thank you so much for watching. If you enjoyed it, please remember to like, comment, and subscribe. If you comment within the first 3 hours, I will reply. Okay, goodbye, see you later, and have a good one.